Hello, and welcome to Channel of Paradigm blog, where I search into contents about how we can keep our values in life, do things the right way, without relying on shortcuts, and live a quality working life. First file of contents deals with basics of leadership, and we are in its first chapter, entitled Towards a New Paradigm. This video deals with a basic question. What is leadership? In this note, I am going to define the concept of leadership a little more precisely. I take as a starting point the literature and the definitional model of Richard Daft, an internationally renowned author in the field. Core of this paper, and what I call the central message, will be formed by 3 propositions about leadership. I am therefore focusing on a question of what leadership is. Leadership is a process. It is a set of activities designed to motivate and to direct actions of members of an organization. It is also a role or a function in an organization. As such, it falls under the broader umbrella of managerial roles, and describes one that focuses on implementation of plans set and a system of work. Leadership is also a relationship. It exists between people. And to help highlight characteristics of contemporary view of leadership, it is this last definition that I am considering. The first characteristic of leadership relationship is that it is multidirectional. We often think of leadership as something a leader does to a follower. Any relationship exists between 2 people and is shaped by the 2 people in a relationship. Leader influences actions and thinking of a follower, and a follower influences a leader. What exists between them, or between all members of an organization more broadly, from ideas, goals, and commitments, to shared experiences, insights, perspectives, values and beliefs, that motivates them to act, and steers them in a common direction. Through both communication and action, members of an organization influence each other in a multidirectional and reciprocal way. Another characteristic of leadership is that it is an active relationship. As use of the word influence has already indicated, it is essential in leadership to stimulate activity. Not all or any activity, of course, but activity directed towards a common goal. An organization is, and I will probably repeat this multiple times, a group of people united in a common purpose and working towards a common goal. Leadership exists and is needed when we want to move a current situation towards a goal. In other words, when we want to change the status quo in some respect. For example, a change could be the development and production of a new product in a company, or a launch of a new program in an educational institution. It can be about finding better ways of doing things to improve satisfaction of a customer, student, a patient, or other. It may also be a desire to improve working relationships, work culture, or climate. Each such desire, or goal, has a current status quo and a new targeted status, and therefore represents a change. Leadership is not about maintaining the status quo, but about making change happen. Third characteristic of leadership as a relationship is that it is non-coercive. When there is real and true leadership in an organization, it is a result of a shared purpose. Members of an organization are therefore bound together by a common point, that carries meaning for all. It is not the leader who sets the purpose, but rather perceives it, finds it, and articulates it. The main success of a leader's work today is to involve or engage as many of organizations' potentials as possible in thinking and acting. This is only possible when it is clear to everyone in a team what the common purpose is, and therefore also the common direction of action and development. This is what will foster commitment, alignment, create conditions for trust and motivation, ownership of work, creativity, and more. In the best version, leadership is shared among the leader and the followers, with everyone fully engaged and accepting a higher level of personal responsibility. This is how Daft concludes a chapter in which he defines leadership. Leadership is about directing and motivating. The former means answering a what and how questions, the latter a why question. We all share leadership duty, and a leader is the driver of this leadership process. What this means will be clear in future writings.